Hello, my name is Robbie. I am a clarinetist from Belfast and I study here in London at the Royal College of Music. I am in my third year and it's a 4-year course, so I have the rest of this year and then next year shall be my last before I complete my undergraduate degree. I started my clarinet tuition at school. I would receive a 30-minute lesson once a week, but once I decided at the age of 16 that I wanted to pursue music and go to music college, I decided to move to a more experienced teacher. It meant traveling for about 2 hours once a week for a 2-hour lesson. And then I signed up with the City of Belfast School of Music and took part in their ensembles like the City of Belfast Youth Orchestra. And from that I was then doing other orchestras like Ulster Youth Orchestra, the National Youth Orchestra of Great Britain. And all of these things geared me towards the music college auditions over about a year. At A-level, I studied music, maths, and history. The main reason I did them was firstly because I have a genuine love for each of these subjects, but also because they each did something for me. They taught me something valuable. In history, it was the essay writing, which is something we have to do here at music college. And then the maths, there's a big link between maths and music centers of the brain. So having those two subjects complement the music, and also in just enjoying them as well, it made A-levels more enjoyable. There are many reasons why I chose the Royal College. The first would be, I think, the clarinet teachers, which I think is probably the most important when picking a conservatoire. They're incredibly supportive, so experienced, and they have supported me as an individual. They've supported the whole clarinet class as a group, and then also play things like the location. London is amazing, and particularly here in South Kensington with the Royal Albert Hall just across the way. And the other students, I was aware of some of the students already studying here, and I knew that I just wanted to be around them, to learn from them, because they were already amazing players, and being around other great players really does inspire you and help you as an individual. When applying for music college, I think the main thing is don't leave it too late. Make sure you know what the requirements are, what you need to have ready, application forms, references. Start early, because if you're caught last minute, it gets very stressful, and you don't want to be stressed coming up to these important auditions. You want to be in a very calm place. So when you're filling out the application, start nice and early and make sure that just everything's good to go, and don't leave it to the last minute. So the audition for college consisted of 2 rounds. First round, you warm up and then you go into a room with maybe 2 or 3 members of the faculty for your instrument. And for me, there was a required piece, Schumann Fantasiestück, followed by a piece of my own choice. Then there was sight reading, one scale or so, and then just general discussion about why you want to come here, what was it that made you want to come to the Royal College. And then if they like what they heard, you go to the second round and you play for the head of woodwind and another clarinet player. And the advice I would have is just be as musical as you can, speak for yourself. It's not about getting it right. They're not looking for a finished product. They want to see a musical spark. At college, it's very much who do you want to learn with. That, you know, they have a very good faculty here for clarinets, and you get a phone call and the head of woodwind asks you, who would you like to learn with, and I'll try and make it happen. And so it's very helpful for you to know who you want to learn with. If you guys work well together, it's because they will ask you, oh, who would you like to learn with? Who do you think will be the best teacher for you? And it's great if you have a great sense of, this is the person I really want to learn from. Leading up to the auditions, I was on a gap year. I took a year out just to make sure I was really well prepared for going to music college. So I worked in Tesco, and I saved up quite a lot of money, and that paid for myself. I was able to, feed myself and stuff when I was away on auditions, and it just made it that much easier. So gap years are very helpful for, working, making money, and making sure that you're all set before you head off to do these auditions, and then also to have a little bit of spare cash when you head off to music college. I think my favourite thing about the Royal College, especially the woodwind department, is the sense of community. There's a sense of we all want to help each other and to make not only yourself the best you can be, but everyone else around you, because there's nothing better than playing with other people who love music and are amazing players. So it's the sense of we have performance classes and we sit and we listen to someone play, and they're always enjoyable. It's great music. And then we give feedback, we say things we loved about it, and also things that we think could have been better. And it's just that sense of we're all there supporting each other to make each other the best musicians that we can be. London is unlike any place I've ever been. It is, even after 3 years of living here, I am still finding things that leave me gobsmacked. And just the size of it and the number of universities means there is a thriving student community here. We're just across the way from Imperial College, so we're surrounded by the student environment. We go to the student union bar at Imperial, and we have our own here, and there's just a thriving life. There's great deals to be had, and if you know where to go, you can avoid the £6 pints and the very expensive stuff. There is a very strong student presence here in London, and you can really feel it, and it's great fun. I think for anyone who wasn't born in London or hasn't spent a lot of time here, London can be a bit of a shock because it's unlike anywhere else in the UK, and unlike many other cities around the world. It's incredibly modern, it's incredibly happening. There's different cultures living right next door to one another, and it can be